He watched the skies above while all the while they were watching him. Christopher Wayland Jones is the birder. A man not unlike other men of his age, habituated to the ease of his routine, enslaved to the ascendancy of his position. The birder, who was studied in robin, sparrow, and jay, who knew their every call, yet who never realized the danger that lay ahead. See now the woods where the birder so often took his morning stroll. On these same muddy roads men were led to their doom and vultures circled overhead. Yet did he ever stop to notice? And here, the classroom where the birder lectured, taught his pupils the lessons and weight of history. Thinkers, Hobbes, Jefferson, and Cicero. He sought to mold young minds, instill in them the highest values, justice, honor, and truth. Would they grow to lead a nation? Where are we now? Whose dream, whose nightmare is this? Always another chapter, always another scene. In this world of horror and darkness, there was so much more to see. Lest we forget the prison where the presumed were disappeared. Conscientious objectors who resisted and were resisted. Who broke and were broken. Hear their cries, hear now their tortured false confessions, their pleas for mercy and their defeated last gasps. But what of this? And what of you? How do you sit there now, knowing what you know? How do you, sir? Madame? You have just witnessed the sights and sounds of The Birder, a forthcoming short film. The story of The Birder concerns a man named I, a history professor and birding enthusiast. I's life is forever changed when one day out for his usual morning hike, he happens upon a new species of bird. At first excited about his scientific discovery, I's fortunes take a turn for the worse as he dares to delve deeper. Suspecting there may be in fact more to the appearance of this new bird than he originally thought, I becomes the victim of a series of disturbing episodes. In time, he comes to realize he is being spied upon. Somebody or somebodies does not want I meddling in matters that do not concern him, and those somebodies are willing to use any means necessary to stop him. Examining themes of power, nationalism, and civic responsibility, The Birder is a timeless tale about the dire consequences of an unfeeling and uncritical society. In these extraordinary times we now find ourselves in, it is a story that seeks to ask you, the viewer, questions both large and small, that you might ultimately find their answers before it's too late. Shooting will begin in midwinter, 2017, with an expected release in the spring. But in order to make this happen, we are asking for your help. Together, this campaign expects to raise the necessary funds needed to bring this unique story to the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, our creative team. Michelle Fogel as production design. Brenton Oshel will photograph the picture. Anthony Conchola is in charge of sound. Katie Friedman will serve as costume designer. Hannah Bayens is our makeup artist. Eric Branstrom will produce the picture. And now our cast. In the role of the autocratic headmaster, R. Scott Purdy. Rainee Denham will play the part of Maggie, the headmaster's pensive wife. Kelsey Bunner as Beth, their cunning daughter. Wholey as the mad prisoner. And last, but certainly not least, Charles Johnston is to don the mask of the all-seeing guard. The story of The Birder has been conceived for the screen and will be directed by Bradley Powell. This is a Hinterlands production.